Hi everyone, welcome back to What's on My Plate. So for today I'm making a homemade salsa. It's going to be delicious and you're going to love it. So let's get started. Okay, so for my homemade salsa, we're going to use a food processor. I have 2 cans of fired diced tomatoes, some seasoning, some fresh cilantro, garlic, onion, pepper, a jalapeno, and it's going to be so delicious. You're going to make it all the time. So let's get started with all of this. Okay, so I have my food processor set up, so it's all just going to come together so quickly. So I have 2 large garlic cloves. If yours are not large, just maybe use 3. I cut them in half. I have 1 small onion, white onion. I just cut it in little chunks. I have a jalapeno. I cut it. We're using half of a jalapeno. I seeded it and I just cut it in half, and I'm going to add this to the food processor. I have a yellow pepper, and I'm just going to cut it in little pieces. So it's a half a yellow pepper. Okay, I have a bunch of cilantro. So you're looking at like at least a cup of it. So just a bunch. You can leave the stems on. It's perfectly fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that in. So what's great about a homemade salsa is that you have the fresh herb, the fresh lime juice, the fresh jalapeno pepper, the yellow pepper. So it really brings it over the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start seasoning it now. So I have 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Okay. 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon of cumin. Okay. We're going to do a half a teaspoon of chili powder. And we're going to do a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, and we're going to do 1 teaspoon of sugar. So the sugar brings out the sweetness in the tomatoes, and all the seasonings that I put in here. So it's 1 teaspoon. All the seasonings I put in here, they blend so well together. Like the smoked paprika and cumin, when you combine them, it just gives like such a great flavor. Okay, so I just wanted you to know that. I'm going to turn on my food processor before I add my diced tomatoes in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and just process it just for, I'll do it this way so you could see, just till everything kind of breaks down. Well, chops up. So, okay, so it's looking good. I'm just going to do a little more. Now I'm going to shut it. Now, if you do not like it smooth, because this is going to be smooth, it's going to have a little chunk, but it's not going to be super chunky. Wow, that already smells amazing. Let me just give you a close-up. Look at that. So good. Okay, so I'll add my tomatoes next, and we'll start processing that. Okay, so now we have a whole lime. We're going to squeeze the juice of a whole lime in here. Okay, add that in. And then you know what? If you have like your favorite salsa that you buy from the store, look at the ingredients in the back and it'll show you the things you can add to it. You could do some onion powder, garlic powder, you could add oregano, cumin. So you can kind of play around with the flavorings. Just wanted you to know that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my diced tomatoes, fire roasted with the juice. That's two 15 ounce, well 14.5 ounce cans. Okay, so I'm gonna add that in. I'll just move this around a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and pulse it again to the consistency that you want to eat it. So I like mine a little more smoother. So I'll just bring my camera down here so you could see. Okay, let's check it out. Look at that. I think that's perfect. I do not think it needs to be pulsed anymore. I'm going to take some. Oh man, that's amazing. The only thing I think it might need is just a little more salt. So I said 1 teaspoon. Go ahead and do 1.5 teaspoons altogether. Okay, so let me get my other spoon here and mix it. Oh my God, this is like restaurant quality, authentic. It tastes so great. So this is my homemade salsa. You're going to love it. I would refrigerate this for at least 30 minutes to an hour or longer. It will keep in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 days. And just keep them in jars. I'm going to jar mine because obviously I'm not going to eat the whole thing, but let me tell you, that lime juice totally brightened it up. Those fire roasted diced tomatoes, great flavor, and all the ingredients I put in here, all the seasonings, it's just delicious. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my little bowl with my chips, and I will take a picture and I will show you. Okay, so this actually made 3 jars, just so you know. I have them ready to go in the fridge for another day, or if you're going somewhere and you want to bring an appetizer, you just bring your homemade salsa. So I'm going to take those and set them aside. Okay, then I have some in my bowl. Now look at this little bowl, how cute it is. It has little flowers and little bees on it. I got this from the Dollar Tree, and I got the plate that goes with it, and I just got one set, so I thought it would be so pretty. Like if you have a company, this is such a nice little presentation plate with the little bees. So cute. Just wanted to share that because I love this little plate. And if you go somewhere, you bring your homemade salsa, your chips, and you bring this plate, and you could just gift the bowl and the plate, and someone's gonna love it. So I just wanted to show you how cute. And okay, so now I'm gonna add my little tostito chips. Okay, and don't forget to refrigerate it for as long as you can. Look how good this looks. And most important, the taste. Look at that. Look at that. Looks so good. Amazing. And that jalapeno gives you a little kick, but the lime cools it off. So look how good this looks. Look how cute. Well, my plate's cute. I really like my plate. But this is my homemade salsa. And I thank you so much for watching what's on my plate. I do have another recipe for another salsa. It's a little different. No fire roasted tomatoes. Maybe I'll work on that next. Remember, the recipe is in the description.